Hello, everyone, and welcome to OurVentura TV. I'm Sandra Siepak. On today's show, I'd like to welcome Jackie Wiley. She is the Targeted Outreach Specialist with the California Department of Financial Protection and Innovation. Welcome to the show, Jackie.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. On our series that we're doing here on OurVentura TV, it's on optimal aging. We're focusing on seniors and protecting them financially from scams and how to be aware of them. So we'd like you to tell us more about what you do and all that you offer at the California Department of Financial Protection and Innovation.
Okay, well, I think that this is a wonderful series that you're doing. As we know, or maybe you don't know, but millions of people are falling victim to financial fraud and scams. And I just think that it's a very critical topic to talk about and to bring awareness to the communities, to the public, so the seniors. And we have to know that anybody is susceptible to becoming a victim of fraud, but our seniors are prime targets for the scammers. Okay. So just give a little bit of background about the DFPI really quick. We are California's Investment and Financing Authority, and we have oversight over state financial institutions, products, and professionals. And people say, well, what is that, and who are you, and what do you do? Right. So our role is just that. We regulate and oversee state financial institutions such as credit unions and banks and different financial institutions, products, and professionals when it is dealing with finances. Okay. Our department's role is to pursue legal actions against those illegally operating illegally and using unlawful, deceptive, and abusive practices. And we should know that that is in abundance. I mean, and it has really, really taken off since the pandemic. And my job with the department, I've been with the department for a very long time, and I've been doing outreach probably for about 15 to 18 plus years. So I have my boots on the ground, and my demographics are of the older adults. And so my role is to provide consumer awareness, to bring information to the communities, especially the seniors, on how they can protect themselves from falling victim to financial fraud and scams. Yeah.
Very good. What are some of the common methods that the scammers may use to contact many of our seniors?
Sandra, it's really weird because during the pandemic, they get really, really creative. Okay. And so they come up with phishing, and smishing. And people say, well, what in the world is that? Phishing is just another word to say contacting us through our telephones. A lot of us still have home phones, and now they do it on our cell phones. Sure. Phishing with the PH has been around for a very long time, and that's contacting us through computers and our emails. And so smishing was a new one for myself, and I'm sure for my audience. It's contacting us via text messages. But the thing I want to point out, all three of those messages, telephone, computer, emails, and text messages, have two things in common. First and foremost, it is to gain access to our financial and personal information. Right. And most importantly, when you get something like that, with the three methods, click here, call back this number right now so that they can, quote unquote, rectify the situation. Right. So those are the three ways that people are being contacted. Yes.
Right. And, every day there's more scams coming up. There's so many that many of us encounter. So it's really important not to provide any financial information over the phone, over the email, especially if you don't recognize something that's coming through. One of the most common scams is, oh my gosh, the IRS is calling me. They want my information. Well, the IRS doesn't call you. So it's very important that people recognize that there are scams, even attached to something like the IRS, that people think they're coming for them. So I think I'd like you to kind of talk about that. If you receive a call or a text or an email, especially if you're not sure where it's from, what can you do?
First and foremost, you're correct. when people see a known organization
Right.
or a company that or a bank that they're affiliated with,
Sure.
they tend to want to go ahead and answer the call
Sure.
because that is what is showing on their caller ID. And like you said, it's going to say Internal Revenue Service, but you have
Yes.
to stop and think, why would they be calling me?
Right.
Social Security, why are they calling me? So first and foremost, we have got to remember this: if you are receiving an incoming call,
Okay.
please be skeptical because now we don't really know who is on the other end of the line. There's
Okay.
so much government and business imposterization, if that's a word, going
Right.
on. We cannot believe who the caller is claiming that they are when you receive the phone call. Yeah,
Okay.
first and foremost. And secondly, we have got to go to the source ourselves, which means not calling back the number that's left on our
Okay.
voicemail or in a voice or a number that shows up and we don't know who it is. We cannot utilize the methods that they want us to use to respond because again, we don't know who is really on the other end of the line or text message or our emails.
So, what are the best preventative tools to use if somebody contacts you? What can you do? I mean, you're kind of sitting there, and they've sent something to you that you didn't ask for. What can you do?
We have to take preventative measures as best we can ourselves, being doing our due diligence. So let's just start for example, let's start with some telephone calls. The
Okay.
IRS, Social Security, utility company is a huge scam that's going on, threatening people that they're going to shut their services off if you don't pay
Yes.
right now. Again, that's that sense of urgency, wanting you to act right away. So
Okay.
right there, we all should know government agencies don't and will not call you. So
Okay.
with a financial institution, if I get a phone call and someone that identifies themselves as ABC Bank and that is who I bank with, I might tend to listen to what they're asking. But again, you don't know who is really on the other end of the line. So with any phone call,
Mhm.
don't give out your personal information. Don't
Okay.
utilize the number that they are providing. Go to the source, meaning hang up, call your bank and say, hey, are you guys making random calls to customers to update your records? Or,
Sure.
I got a call saying that there was suspicious activity on my bank account. I want to verify it, but you verify all information by going directly to the source yourself.
Right. And you can gather so much information about somebody just online. I remember somebody telling me they got information from an obituary that was listed. So you have to be careful about anything that's posted online, anything that's posted anywhere, because they can gather information about you. So again, you've got to be really watchful
Yeah.
and recognize these things. So in your department, what do you do when somebody contacts you? What is the help that you provide?
So myself, as I am one of the targeted outreach specialists that services all of the Los Angeles County region, and the
Okay.
other my coworkers, we service all of Southern California.
Okay.
So when we are out there providing these methods of different ways that the scammers are coming at us, we want them to know that we have got to stop trusting so much.
Okay.
Gone are those days of trusting. We've got to take the extra step and do our due diligence. Again, I'm going to say it, by going to the source ourselves and not believing everything we hear on the phone, on the radio, on TV, on social media. Social media is helpful, but it has become very harmful. During
Yes.
the pandemic, we were all shut in. A lot of people who were not normally online banking, doing banking services, let's say, they are now doing that. We've got to know that there are protections like two-step multi-authentications for verification that it's me logging in. We have to know that when I'm on my computer and a message pops up that says that my computer has been hacked. Do not call that number. We
Okay.
cannot continue to believe everything that we see. Go to the source, go to the source. So we steer the audience or those who have or feel that they have become a victim of fraud to our department, our consumer services office, to help them file a complaint. We hear about what the nature of the complaint is, and if it's not within our jurisdiction, Sandra, we will get them to the appropriate agency to help them. Yeah, and other resources. Yeah.
All good to hear. Such important information for so many out there. Could you provide your website for our viewers should they need to contact you or would like to know more information?
Absolutely. So first, let me just say that our consumer service office, we have live representatives that answer the phones, and we have the toll-free number,
Okay.
multi-language capability. So it's oh my goodness, I just drew a blank. 866-275-2677. Again, that's 866-275-2677. And our website, for an abundance of information, we have a Protect Yourself from Fraud booklet that we distribute, just a host of resources. So our website is www.dfpi.ca.gov.
Very good. So helpful. We appreciate all that information and for you giving us some tips on all these things that are coming through scamming on our seniors. We do hope this will help so many people out there.
I hope so. And I just want to lastly say, when you call our office, if you are unsure of a letter, of a phone call, of a message, a text message that you receive, call us and ask us, is this a scam? We can answer that question for you. Ask questions when you are unsure, ask questions of someone else, your neighbor, your children, your parents, so calling us, we can do that. We can also let help you file the complaint, and again, get you to resources that can help you hopefully solve your problem. Yeah.
Very good. Jackie Wiley, thank you so much. Targeted Outreach Specialist from the California Department of Financial Protection and Innovation. We appreciate your time and all the great tips that you provided today. You're going to help so many people out there.
That's the goal. That's the goal, Sandra. Thank you for having me.
Very good. Thank you. And thank all of you for joining us today on OurVentura TV. I'm Sandra Siepak. I look forward to seeing you next time. Bye, everyone.